Here's a serialization that you might relate to. Wake up, open Facebook, spend hours on YouTube, Instagram, comment sections, chatting, watch videos of your favorite YouTubers, random videos, memes, compilations, chat with girls, hang out with friends. Do it every day. Hang out, have fun, mess up your exams. Then look for videos and friends to tell you that it's alright. The education system is rigged. The teachers don't know how to teach. Those who study are stupid conformists. Names of billionaires and millionaires who dropped out. Skills are important. Education is crap. Do exam results matter in life? Strictly objectively speaking, in the world we live in, they matter. They unavoidably matter a whole lot. When somebody tells you that you need not worry, it's not a big deal, do ask yourself, who is this person telling you that? For credibility? Or are you going through the moment where you are looking for confirmation from just about anybody to satisfy your failure, ineptitude, to normalize the loss, and most importantly, to shift the blame? Because it is very easy to do that. And you will find a great amount of morons who have nothing invested in your lives who will tell you exactly what you want to hear and move on. So let's break it down. 1. Exam results decide which college you're going to get in. Colleges define your personality. Ask any human being who has been to a prestigious university or college, was it a mistake? I have asked every person I've talked to this very question, and each one of them who went to one of the best colleges in the country, regardless of the course they pursued, always say the same thing. It was one of the best things in their lives. And I asked why. And their answers too are the same. Because of the assimilation of ideas and people. At no place in your life will you get to meet so many different people from different cultures. Will you be participating in varying activities and events, breaking out of your shells, discovering new things that you had no idea about, and have fun. All these things happen. 2. The reputation of your college largely decides the amount of money you're going to be making. This is also a fact, not a claim, unless you branch out to something else or become an artist. 3. Exam results make you qualify for a lot of interviews at companies that have eligibility criteria. I myself know so many people who couldn't qualify for interviews at good companies because they had screwed their aggregate percentage or marks or whatever it is called. 4. Exam results matter in competitions that have eligibility criteria. 5. What do your exam results say to an interviewer or a recruiter? When they look at your botchy exam results, they are met with two possibilities. 1. Either you're one of the out-of-the-box player that performs poorly when tested under conventional methods such as exams, or you're simply an escapist. Now, given the amount of applicants who have walked in with poor results all providing the same two possibilities, it becomes obvious to the interviewer that the first possibility of them being unconventional geniuses is highly unlikely. But because you're not in the place of the interviewer, you don't get to see that. And in your head, you keep convincing yourself, I'm different, like every other moron in your shoes. And that is how the real world works. So now, let's take the subjective points of view. Argument number 1. Those who succeed don't actually learn anything. They just memorize and regurgitate on their exam sheets and score good marks. Possibly the most used common argument I've heard from many people, and also the least thought out argument as well. When you learn something or memorize it, it stays in your head. It is a piece of information that you have, which you can later apply practically if needed. Are you telling me not knowing something is better than knowing something because the method applied does not suit your preference? Or you have devised a new way of knowing that is much better than memorizing, in which case I would assume you would have scored much better than students using the old useless method, right? Every form of study requires learning and memorization of the groundwork because there is so much history and work achieved in those areas. You simply learn them because they have been invented, found, formed, researched by others. It is called knowing. For example, gunpowder was invented in China. There is nothing to understand about that fact. You simply learn it. Another argument that follows is, but they're not understanding it. Really, you know that for a fact that every kid in your class who memorizes doesn't understand a thing. To them, they were just words from an alien language which they knew only how to read. If it is in a language you understand, you are understanding what you're reading. Whether you choose to explore it further or apply it in practice depends on two things. The encouragement of practical application by the school, which doesn't happen in India much, and the inclination of an individual to do so. Lots of kids discover what they want to do at school because they were paying attention to the text and realize that they are very much interested to find more. Lots of kids don't because they're paying attention to other things or don't have that environment where they get that encouragement. The third argument, skills. Learned skills must mean nothing. True. But when you say that, are you actually currently working on a skill? Or are you just stealing that as an answer for now? Saying skill is important is completely useless if there is no skill you're working on. The reason why I might be sounding bitter is because a lot of content is floating around YouTube and Facebook that is advising you to skip the blame. It's the fault of the machine, the voodoo man, the education system is broken. And that is why you scored poorly. If it were fixed, you would have scored 100 in everything. And nobody seems to see the irony in that. Famous people on YouTube and Facebook are telling you to chill. The same people who prey on your addiction, don't know your name, don't care about you, don't even know if you exist, are telling you, take it easy kid, marks are nothing. So what you scored poorly, watch some of my videos and freshen up. Here's the truth. You ruined your exams. You ruined them by sitting on Facebook and YouTube and watching videos of idiots like an idiot because at that time it was really funny. The point is to take responsibility. Failure isn't the issue here. What you take from it is, if you accept that you messed up, then you would feel a little shame and the incentive to not repeat it. But if you blame it on other things, then sure enough, it would develop into a habit and you would spend your life finding things to blame for everything. Here's a fact of life. You can change the trajectory of your life at any point, and the past failures can be the bedrock of your success. And in almost every successful story, they are. But if you shift the blame, then there is no failure. So instead of doing that, really honestly ask yourself, why did you screw up? What were you doing 3 months prior to your exams? Start from there and introspect really hard before saying exam results don't matter. And in case you do say that, have something to show for. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day and don't forget, you are awesome.